are listening to the Fours Up Podcast with your host, Marsh.
What up, Canes fans? It is Friday, September 11th, and it is the Fours Up Podcast. The Canes won last night, 31-14 over UAB. Jordan and I watched the game together, and, we had some opinions. We looked a little sloppy, as I predicted.
Yep.
But it's your boy Marsh, and as always, I am joined by my wonderful producer and co-host Jordan Nelson. Jordan, game one is in the books, and I know we have some thoughts. I know you got some thoughts. So let's hear what you got, man. What'd you think?
Sloppy. Sloppy's a good word. I have a lot of good thoughts and I have a lot of negative thoughts. I'm sure we'll dig into those. I first just want to point out that De'Aaron King is an absolute freak athlete. He's incredible, man. I'm really hoping our pass game improves, but wow, his athleticism is it jumps off the screen.
Yeah, so De'Aaron King, 16 of 24, 144 yards through the air. He threw a touchdown to Brevin Jordan. He also ran for 83 yards and a touchdown. You predicted that Cam Harris would get the first touchdown of the season, and he did. 66 yards to the house on a 4th and 1, and you were right next to me when we were going for it on 4th and 1. I was like, what the hell?
You're not happy. But I don't know, man. We'll dig into it, but we gotta. So first, we want to give a shout out to our guy, AB. Make sure you guys are checking out Stickers by AB. I have put on my Twitter a few times. He sent me a swag basket. His stickers look amazing. He's doing some T-shirt designs for us here at Fours Up. So that is at Stickers with a Z by AB. Make sure you're following him on Twitter. And guys, order some stuff from him. It is really cool stuff. And then also,
AB's the man. AB is the man.
He really is. He's an incredible talent, and he's a cool dude. So I call him for business. I call him when I want to talk to a friend, and he's just a cool guy. And then also, we have a special announcement today. We can announce our partnership with the Tank Brewing Company today, which is awesome because we've been working on that for a little bit. So, right? That's great news, huh, Marsh?
Absolutely. Best brewery and biggest brewery in the city of Miami. The place is amazing. Some really cool guys work there. And I went there, when I was down in Miami, and I love it. And so very, very excited to be working with these guys.
Yep. And so they sent us a blurb. We have a letter from the Tank that we're going to read here. So at the Tank Brewing Company, we're passionate about brewing the highest quality craft beer using only the best ingredients and brewing techniques in a process we call liquid innovation. If you're looking for the place to cheer on the Canes this season and enjoy exceptional craft beer, look no further than the Tank. The big screens in our 6,500 square foot tasting room were made to watch your team dominate and can be viewed just as well from our outside area. With 16 taps in the brewery, we guarantee you'll find the craft beer you've been craving. If you're hungry, we make some delicious bites that perfectly complement what you're sipping on. Mention that you heard about the Tank here on the Fours Up podcast, and you just might receive a token of our appreciation. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at The Tank Brewing for the latest news about our exceptional brews. We're proudly located in the heart of Miami at 5100 Northwest 72nd Avenue. Whether it's game day or any other day, we're always brewing up something delicious at the Tank. So, yeah, there you have it, guys. Go check out the Tank. Definitely let them know that you heard about them here on the Fours Up podcast, or just give us a shout out anyway. If you're listening to this and you're already a customer of the Tank, just go name drop us, and that would help us out a ton. And we're looking forward to this partnership and hoping it's very mutually beneficial for both parties.
Absolutely. And while you're there, order a nice beer, Loca. I think it was Loca. Yeah, Loca. I don't know. They pronounce it in in a different accent. I'm not very good at it, but that was my favorite drink when I went there. So go hit up the Tank, tell them that you heard it through Fours Up, and yeah, man, it's exciting stuff.
Yeah, I'm very pumped about it.
All right. So we told you guys that after each game of the season, we are going to have on a few Canes fans each show and get their reactions and kind of vent to each other. So we got 3 guests coming on today. So let's get our first one dialed up.
Okay.
What's up, boys?
What's up, Jay?
Oh, what's going on, Jay? How you doing?
I'm in a real good mood right now, bro. I'm in a real good mood right now.
Good deal, good deal. So we all know our good friend Jay. You see him on your Twitter timeline every day, just going back at it with Amon Richards. But before we get into that, I mean, before we talk about the UAB game, I mean, what's up with that? I mean, because 82 is a good guy, but do you guys have just beef because of LeBron, or I got to know the story, man.
It's not too much of a story. We got this group chat that we've had for a minute. There's a couple players in there. Tate Martell is actually in there. I think DJ Dallas is still in there. Big Reek is in there, and then of course AR. But I mean, we just be chopping it up really. Every now and then they'll pop in, but like me and AR, we never really like talk one-on-one that much until it comes to LeBron night. Like we all cool, but like we don't be talking like that. But for whatever reason, he just feel real bold coming at me, and you know how I am, bro. So I go back. So like it really ain't no big story. He just a LeBron stan, and obviously you know what comes with being a LeBron stan. That means you don't really know basketball if you saying that he'd go. So I just challenge him on basketball. He don't really know it, and then it turns into arguments, and that's what it is. So it ain't no huge story.
So I gotta ask you, bro, how long have you been a LeBron hater? Because I don't like LeBron either, but that's just because he left Miami.
You want the truth? I give you the truth.
Of course, man. The show's all about.
I don't feel like I'm a LeBron hater. It's just when he came into the league, I felt there was a lot of hype, right? And the hype was fair hype. I was with the hype. Like me being a Mike fan my whole life, I'm like, okay, this dude's gonna be the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Cool. I went to I think 1 or 2 of his games in high school. My dad flew us out to I think New York or something. I can't remember where it was at, but we got to see him. So I was with the hype. I was cool with it. So then he gets to the league, and you know we're waiting on a progression for him to actually get it. I didn't see it yet, but I was like, he's gonna be the dude. I wasn't tripping. I was a LeBron fan. And then when it came to the free agent situation where he holds the meeting, right? I just couldn't respect that, bro. For whatever reason, it rubbed me the wrong way. Like the same way people see how KD did what he did as this real bad thing. That's how I saw the meeting, because I saw it for what it was. And to me, it just looked like, if you're going to be the GOAT, do what Mike and do what Kobe did. They woke up every morning and said, nobody's around, but I'm going to compete like somebody's here. You know what I'm saying? They did that every single day. So they worked to being a GOAT. To me, it felt like LeBron was trying to ring his way to being a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't respect that.
Okay.
So he leaves the way he leaves. He goes to Miami. He gets the ring. He leaves again. You know what I'm saying? He does his thing. But after that, it was just like I couldn't look at him the same way that people view KD, just for a different reason. So
I get that.
On the KD slander, like I don't get the KD slander. It was like that's a LeBron. That was literally his goal. Everything that y'all are mad at about KD, that was his goal. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's all it was. So the real hate part is not hate for him. It's just the way that his fans haven't accepted that he didn't get it, like we all thought he would, but they still try to force it. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is for me.
All right, I get that. I mean, I love it. I love your anti-LeBron tweets. So keep it coming. Hey, so
they ain't going nowhere, bro.
Last night we win 31-14 over UAB. We got DR King. We got this new offense. We got some players on defense. What were your initial thoughts from that game, Jay?
During it or after it?
What?
Is it during the game or afterwards?
During the game, after the game, because Jordan and I watched the game together, and I mean, we can't lie, like it was sloppy at first.
Yeah, definitely. As far as that part, I was saying this on the TL. Like my mind was already made up. Whatever happened in the first 2 quarters, I wasn't judging. If we scored on 3 straight possessions, I wasn't about to celebrate like we was back. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just too soon. You can fluke your way through that. It's just everything right now is still new. So I was cool with the slop. You know what I'm saying? I kind of expected it. We didn't get the spring game. You got another new coordinator, another new quarterback, a lot of new faces. So I was expecting the timing to be off. But personally, I like what I saw, even with the slop. I feel like we got our rust out, and then things started to pick up. But I mean, the stuff I saw from King, I liked it, bro. I liked it a lot. The only downside I could say, if there was anything I'm a nitpick about, it was two things that stood out to me. Obviously, the deep balls. I don't want us to end up in a situation like we ended up with Rozier. We had that good year, and then that one game, I think it was Pitt that we played, where they realized that deep ball wasn't going to connect, or like it was worth risking it. You know what I'm saying? So they piled up everything, and we just went, like, the whole season changed from there, and I don't feel like we really recovered from that. So the way that he threw them, though, I liked it, because what I've been saying since for the past few years, I'm like, we're not connecting on them, but throw them out in front. My issue with Forehead is that he was underthrowing the deep balls. You know what I'm saying? Whenever Cozy came in, he would overthrow. And I'm like, cool.
Did you just call it Forehead?
I'm gonna always call it Forehead. I'm gonna always call it Forehead. Like, that, it is what it is. But like, for the deep ball, when I was in high school, I didn't go past 10th grade because I went with basketball. But my coach would always tell the quarterback, throw it up and let the faster receivers run under it. You know what I'm saying? So the way he threw the balls, that's what you're supposed to do, and I'm cool with that, instead of trying to aim it. So there was that aspect. But what I like more than anything about King is I never saw a play where I questioned his decision. I never said, why didn't you run there when it was there and he threw it? You know what I'm saying? I never saw him take off at a wrong time or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it felt like he's very comfortable regardless of what was going on. The deep balls didn't hit, but everything else, bro, I like his accuracy. I like the passes that he chose to throw. Like, he had some where he had a little touch on it to Cam when he was about to get tackled a few times.
Yep.
One was on a screen pass where he threw it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knows what he's doing. He's making the right passes. So in that aspect, the receivers just got to keep making plays. And I'll leave it there for now. The defense is what the defense is. I was happy what I saw with them once they got going too. And I will say this last thing as far as initial reaction, because I was rewatching the game. I haven't got a chance to sit down yet. But if y'all watch that first quarter, bro, look at Bubba Bolden, bro. Look at Bubba Bolden, bro. He was headhunting. Him and Jennings, bro. I like what I saw. They was headhunting.
Okay,
What's y'all first thought?
Jordan, what were your – I know we talked a little bit before Jay came on, but Jordan, what were some of your other initial thoughts?
Okay, so first, I really like that take on De'Aaron King, Jay. I 100% agree with that. You know, I'm very happy with what we saw of De'Aaron King. Like you said, I didn't find myself questioning his decision making. He's an elite athlete. You know, he talked a lot about, you know, his like dealing with the passing of his father was heavily on his mind last night, and you know, that type of stuff to me. Like, I'm not too worried about the deep balls for a lot of reasons, including that. You know, it was his first game in a while. You know, it was an emotional game for him. I hope the deep ball that'll come around. I'm not too worried about it, and I had no other complaints with De'Aaron King. So, my big takeaways from this game were that the position groups that I've been complaining about all offseason, which is the wide receivers, the interior defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the cornerbacks, and the linebackers. They all looked really weak to me last night.
We got to talk about DJ Ivey. I mean, Jay, what do you think about him, man? Jay, come on.
He's just a young man, Marsh. I don't know. I'm just kidding.
Jay, what do you think about Ivey?
Back on Rump.
Yeah.
I'm still on Rump.
I
don't see. Look, this is my opinion on corners is different from everybody else because that's the position that I played more than receiver. Like, I played receiver just because I was fast. You know what I'm saying? But corner has always been my position. The thing that I don't like about our corner play, and this is going back years, like, Rump gets a lot of credit for a third or fourth year dude who has a great year. Like, you're supposed to do that as a senior. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he gets way too much credit for that. But what I've seen from them is I don't see the technique, bro. I do not see the technique. And it never stops irritating me when I watch them because that's the position I watch the most. To where, like, the touchdown they did score, there's a certain way you're supposed to play that, and I've never seen it here. Every now and then you get a player who does it right, but, like, even the play that Blades, he turned around late where it was a bad ball, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we don't consistently see that. And it's bugging me because once it's in my head, not see it, and you still aren't fixing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the technique is just so poor to me, and we're getting beat on stuff